And what can we consider as the epitome of seasonal business rather than fruitcakes? And with us is the person known to many of you as our country's fruitcake lady, none other than Miss Ju.D. Lau. Ma'am,
Hi. Good evening.
good day and welcome to Practical Business.
Good evening.
This is your first time on this particular program, although you have been my guest before in another program talking about more somber issues.
Yes.
Now we're going to talk about the lighter side because it's the holiday season and maybe we shouldn't burden ourselves too much with very heavy issues. Let's talk about fruitcakes and let's talk about seasonal businesses. Now, I found out that you're practically an icon in as far as the fruitcake business is concerned, and you have been at it for more than 30 years.
Yes.
Okay, so you own Ju.D Fruitcakes. So Ju.D, Ju dot and D.
Yes.
Okay, so tell us something about your business. How did it start?
Well, actually, after graduating from college, my mom and I went to Europe, and at that time,
This was along, the 70s.
Yeah,
Okay.
74, 75.
All right.
1974, 1975. And when we were in Europe, we found out that there is this cake a la mode, and I was asking around, it's so delicious. I don't know what it is. And people keep on saying that's fruit cake. Because since we were kids, our fruit cake here in the Philippines is all imported from the States. Remember?
That was before, no?
Yeah,
Oh,
in the 50s, 60s, it's imported. And then it's packed with dates and ram and everything that's preserved. And we never like it because it's so sweet.
It's the cake for adults.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. So when I had that, I was thinking like something this good, we never have it in the Philippines. And in my mind, it was very simple. Like I want to introduce something like this in the Philippines.
So this was Europe.
Yeah, in Switzerland.
You were
Yeah.
vacationing. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So you managed to get the recipe.
I started going through books. I never attend cooking classes actually, but I love to read cookbooks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, your real job, your day job, is that you are a charity worker. Is that the proper term?
No, actually,
You're head of the Chu.D Foundation.
no, I'm not. Yeah.
Of the local chapter.
I'm a
You're one of the-
volunteer.
You're a volunteer
Yes.
for the Chu.D Foundation, and I know that your group has done a lot to help our brothers and sisters in Tacloban now. Pero let's talk about that later. So you finally came upon your recipe and you brought it into the Philippines.
Yeah. We started in 1975. At first, it was something like a hobby for me. And then when I started doing the fruit cakes, we give to friends, and people came back and asked for more. At the end of the day, we decided, wait a minute, you got to pay me. This is expensive. So we started selling something like that.
So Ju.D Fruitcakes is almost iconic because everyone, especially the more discriminating crowd, those with the means, prefer it, no? So they go out of their way to contact you because I understand this is by order only.
Yes.
Okay, so
And as of now, I got the second generation already. I have clients who came to us and
second
told us,
generation clients. So,
and has been telling us that they used to have our fruit cakes when they were small. They used to taste the fruit cakes, and then you see these people there in their early 30s or
early 40s.
early
maybe.
40s, and then they were reminiscing their parents.
So it takes them back to a
Yes.
simpler, more innocent time of their lives. Okay,
Yes.
that's nostalgia.
Yeah.
Anyway, you're in business maybe what 2 or 3 months in a year. We can see your products there. No?
Yeah, sort of like 1 month maybe.
1 month in a year.
Because this,
So you cannot make a living out of this.
no, this is definitely
Hindi pwedeng ikabuhay, in other words.
no. I have to depend on my husband.
Okay. Of course. So, all right. So, this is a passion for you.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
passion. In fact, sometimes I have been telling people that I am one of my biggest clients because actually when we do the fruitcakes, I'm the one giving to my friends.
So,
Yeah.
how long does it take? I know that fruitcakes is a very laborious process, and it requires a little bit of aging
Yes,
before you can eat.
we have to.
You can't eat it straight out of the oven like other
No,
cakes, no?
we have to brush it with brandy.
Mhm.
We have to age it. Yeah,
So,
it takes
what
around.
is aging?
Well,
2, 3 months?
yeah, every week you have to bring it out. You have to brush it with brandy. That's what we call aging,
Mm.
and usually at least 6 weeks.
At
Yeah,
least 6 weeks.
yeah. So we start doing the fruitcakes maybe like
November.
August.
August. Okay, August pa lang you start.
Yeah, August we started doing the fruitcakes already.
So what makes your cakes special? Do you offer more fruits or?
No, in our case, it's like we still stick to the original recipe, even if from time to time people has been telling us that the ingredients is more expensive now. We still stick
You
to
don't
that.
cut corners.
No, never.
So how do they get in touch with you? Do they order from you by phone?
Yeah.
Is it strictly by referral? You don't have a store, no?
No.
You just do it in the house.
Yeah, no. And
Uh-huh.
I don't even have employees. The employees that I have are my mates maybe, and sometimes the mates of my neighbors.
So how many can you make in one?
In
one season,
day,
in
in
one-
one season, less than 1,000, less than.
Less than 1,000.
Mhm.
Okay. So it's really seasonal, no? And
Yeah.
but do you get your hands dirty doing it? I mean, do you just order the maids around, or do you
The hands will not get dirty, definitely, because it's
literally?
yeah. Because my brother-in-law, he keeps on telling me is that if ever when he watches me doing the fruitcake, he said, "I think you are the only baker who keeps on washing your hands."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So, how do you do the marketing for something like this? I guess a lot of our viewers who want to get into business, especially seasonal businesses, because a lot of Filipinos do their own thing
Yeah.
during the holidays or sometimes during the summer season. It's always something that is patok na patok for a given part of the year, no? So how do you market? I mean, I've heard of you, pero I've never seen an advertisement of Ju.D fruitcakes anywhere. So is that just by word of mouth?
It's
You
by word
started
of
before
mouth.
the internet, no? So
Yeah.
you cannot sell by way of Facebook.
Yeah. In fact, it was very funny whenever people ask us if we have a website. Until now, I don't think we have a website. For the past so many years, people have been telling us you've got to have a website, but we never came out with a website because after the season, like everybody will be busy with doing other things, like the fruitcake. We don't
They
care
just
about the
forget
fruitcake.
about it,
Yes, and
So-
then next year again.
You've talked to your clients, so do they buy the fruitcake to give it to others as a Christmas gift, or do they buy the fruitcake for their own own homes?
We notice,
households na.
yeah, a lot of our clients actually buy the fruitcakes for themselves. And the funny thing is that some people has been telling us that their friends from Malaysia, Hong Kong, Singapore has been asking them to come over the Philippines and buy the fruitcakes for them. And I even have a client who bought my fruitcake and sent it to London for her son.
So it's more than just something that you like to eat. No, it's symbolic.
Yeah, I think it's something like a memory. For a lot of people, the fruitcakes become a memory for them.
Okay, so what got you into? I mean, you're obviously a skilled baker, and that can be used in other businesses, like maybe mooncakes, I've said, or other seasonal products, which can keep you possibly in business year round, and yet focused lang kayo dito sa
Yeah.
fruitcakes. Why is that?
I really
Are
don't.
you filled with the holiday spirit of okay?
Actually, whenever I'm doing the fruitcakes, I think it's a therapy for myself. When you're cooking and you enjoyed it, it's a therapy.
It's therapeutic. Okay.
Yes.
This early we are getting questions, no, from I don't know if
Yeah.
it's from the studio, no, pero uh, price of your products, alam namin na medyo high-end yun sa inyo, so
Uh-huh.
we don't expect it. No? So price of your products, how much daw is your
Okay. Nowadays, our price ranges from 250 to 1,000.
this is fruitcakes lang.
The cookies 250. If it's only the fruit cakes, it's 900 for the classic, and then 1,000 for the gold. We call it the gold fruit cake because we use honey instead of molasses. For
Kaya medyo dark ang ano, usually
yes,
molasses. no?
yes.
Okay. So can we order online? Okay, sinabi niyo na, no, you don't
Yeah.
even have a website. So
Yeah.
out of the question yung online delivery, door-to-door delivery. So paano yun?
Yes, this year my daughter finally came up with, well, online is something like Facebook. She
Yeah.
has this Ju.D underscore fruitcakes. Okay, that's our online probably. And then if they are from the provinces, we also send it through couriers.
Okay, so flexible kayo, pero mabusisi yan. Let's take a look at this. No? I'm
Yeah.
taking a look at the packaging.
Yeah.
Medyo mukhang
That's
expensive yung packaging pa lang. No?
That's a fruitcake cookies. I had
Okay.
a client from Cebu. Every year, whenever he saw me, he will say, "Judy, I'm challenging you."
Yeah, okay, this is
Yeah.
another question. Tell us something about the bite-sized fruitcakes. Is this it?
This is the fruitcake cookies. The
Tastes like fruitcake, kaya
yes,
lang
it's cookies.
crunchy. Yes, okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And actually, this year we also have these mini fruitcakes. It's very cute, but we're out of stock. Actually, so small time. The tiny ones are so cute, but we're really out of stock for that one.
I guess this is good for students, no? They can give it during their Christmas
Yeah.
parties.
Yes. Yeah.
Although a lot of the Christmas parties this year have been canceled. No? Pero
Oh,
I guess families and friends will still
Yeah.
gather together. Siguro not as not as what do you call it, as magarbo as usual, pero
Yeah.
it's important that everyone still sort
Yeah.
of sees it.
And like this year, a lot of our fruitcakes, almost half of our fruitcake, we sold it just to generate donation for Yolanda.